and thanks very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker, and today we're doing something a little bit different. This is going to be a studio tour. I've never done one, and seeing as we're hitting that 75,000 mark on the subscriber base for the channel, I thought it would be a good time to kind of show you how things have changed, show you how things have developed, and this happens for a couple of reasons. Some people are just interested in what goes on behind the scenes. Some people are interested in starting their own channel, and they think, well, I haven't got all of the gear and all that sort of stuff. So one of the fun ways that I wanted to start this video off was having a little bit of a retrospective, showing how the channel has progressed over the last few years. So let's have a little look at that first.
Come on then. It's Monday! So people are mixing Red Astaire and Heisenberg. Hello YouTube! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. I wasn't ready, even I pressed the button and I wasn't ready for it then. Anyway. Alright ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker. Hello there Facebook, thanks very much for joining me. This is Dean the Vaping Biker. Hello everyone, and thanks very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker. Hello there YouTube, and thanks very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker. Hello, and thanks very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker.
Hi, and thanks very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker. Hey everyone, and thanks very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker. And so that is somewhat different to where we're at right now. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have a little look at the odds and ends that I've got going around the studio, some of my favourite things that are in here. But like I said, this isn't something you have to go out and purchase straight off the bat. This is my job, and this is also something that I do for photography and other sort of cinematography kind of bits and bobs. So it's not something that you have to go out and just hit. You can get away fantastically with just a phone and a cheap lavalier microphone and a light or two that you can get off Amazon for cheaps. So if you do want to see me do a video based on how to record a vape review with just a phone, I'm more than happy to. So leave a comment down below. But as for now, I best put the Rode VideoMic Pro, the original one, onto the camera, and we'll have a little look about, and I'll show you what's going on. Come on then. So this is my work area, and what you can see there is we've got a cage going around the desk, and it's a super old Clark's desk, which you can't really see in the shadows there. But on top of that, I've actually managed to put some laminate flooring to make it look pretty damn swish. Right here we've got the Canon 200D, which is a camera I've had for absolutely ages, and this is there to film all of the close-up shots. It used to actually be up here in the top of this rail here and would point down. I've got a light there still at the moment, but the lens, unfortunately, the big old Sigma lens that I've got going on right there was too heavy for that. So we've got that one sitting on the side of the cage going on at the moment, and that does a fine little job. Just down at the bottom here we've got an empty can which gets used for all my coils and offcuts of wire and all that sort of nonsense, just to keep things nice and safe. We've got some 18650 batteries in these little puppies here. These are for the mechs. We've got some Edifier speakers on either side of the desk, and they just allow me to make sure that I've got a reasonable sound when I am mixing. A show bottle there, I've talked to you about those guys before. I think they're fantastic. We've got my Stream Deck floating around there, and I think the Stream Deck is a fantastic bit of kit if you do live streaming, or for a whole bunch of other things, to be honest with you. And that's about it. Got some various lights. We've obviously got a Vaping Biker mouse mat going on right there, or the small build mat rather, and I tend to hold a bunch of my mods that I'm about to test on the corner there. But no, that's about it. We've got an Imac 2014 that's there, and we've got a big old Octabox there, as well as the top light as well. So a whole mess of things going on. I get to look outside and check out what's going on outside all the time, although I've got very dirty windows at the moment. Then we've got some storage. We've got some storage behind a chair. Now you can actually see part of that chair when you're in this kind of angle, and that's something that gets lit up by this light going on right here. This softbox here actually has a a blue gel poking out of it at the moment, just so I can get kind of a blue vibe going on where this plant area is in the background. Now next to that is the Flexispot height adjustable desk, which I think is absolutely superb. This is that bad boy where all you've got to do is press a button and up it will go. It'll go up, and you can alter it to go exactly wherever you want it to be, which is brilliant. If I come in here in the wheelchair, then it won't fit underneath my super big desk. So this one means that I can alter the height to and up and down. And you'll also see with these desks that underneath there you can actually expand the legs, so you don't need to use this desktop. You can actually put whatever desktop you want, and you can make the legs wider or thinner if you want to, which I think is absolutely superb. But let's just pop that little puppy down again for the time being. But no, all in all, I think that is a great bit of kit. I'm so thankful for Flexispot sending that in. It's ridiculous, but there you go. Sitting on top of there is an old MacBook Pro. I've got a little battery bank by the side of that, and that's what's powering the LEDs that are poking through the back there. Now, if I take my ISO down a little bit, you can see the kind of effect that has, and I think that's pretty damn cool. Now then, moving across to the photography side of things, this is the other bits and bobs. A little bit messy, I'm afraid, but there we've got the 3D printer. That's what I do my prototypes with, and anything else that I'm thinking about inventing or just fixing or whatever else. And then next to that is the very, very important coffee machine. More coffee, more to good times. That's about as simple as it gets. Now then, inside the drawer here, what we'll see is there is a bunch of camera equipment. This is where I keep all of my lenses and filters and all sorts of nonsense going on in there. Macro rail happening there in the corner, but there's a little bit of everything. And then this goes all the way down the bottom there. I've got various odds and ends, which are just kind of extras and fittings and stuff, and that goes all the way through to the end there where I've got my beard oil making stuff. So there we go. Now then, at the back of the room there, we've got another big old octabox going on with the EX Pro AK150 light, which I think is absolutely superb. Now, one of the things I've been getting complaints about recently is the sound of my videos, and so we've got some acoustic panels there that need putting up, and we've got some more floating around the room there, and some more there. There's a little stack of them there as well. So those have got to get up on the walls, and we can see the benefits of those. Now, one of the other things I think is very, very cool is on the back of this door I've got basically shoe storage that I got from Amazon, and it's a fantastic way of storing your e-liquid. So if you have a butt ton of e-liquid, that's just a great way of getting it all in one place and off your desk. In the corner of the room there, we've got an A3 printer, and what that does is it helps me with my photography. I've got just a picture that I took a little while ago up there, and another picture painted by one of my subscribers, I believe. So that was fantastic when I got that a year or so ago. Now, the lights that I have running around the this desk area here, you can't really see them because of those sound panels, I'm afraid, but they are LED, and they're all on a little jobby there, so I can change the colour of those if I want to, just to make them look a little bit funkier, and we can get some different colours on background. So we've got some green action going on there, and we can also get some blue action as well. But in the middle of all of that, what we've got is a desk lamp. That's just from IKEA, and that's got a smart bulb in there. So Google, turn off studio plug.
Alright, turning studio 1 off.
Boosh, and there we go. Sorry if I've just set off your Google, but I'll try and remember to block that out. But no, there we go. That's what's going on there, and I think that's a really nice little feel. Right here we've got a little collection of skulls. We've got Dave sitting in there in the middle, and we've got Lucas the spider. Now we've got some extra storage on the back here, and what this means is I've got somewhere to put my batteries amongst other remote controls and things, and all manner of bits and bobs, as well as my charger on the top there. And there you have it. That's pretty much what we've got to deal with. That's my space at the moment. Now, there are some things that I'm really extra loving. I mean, there are things like the Flexispot desk. That is superb because it means that if I'm rolling my wheelchair into here because I can't sort of get up and about to move around in chairs very well, it means that I can lower the desk on top of me because it won't fit, the wheelchair won't fit under the clerk's desk. So that's fantastic. It's got a little alarm on it. So if you want to kind of have a reminder about standing up or sitting down, if that's your sort of jam, it does that. But it just makes my life as a photographer and cinematographer and a YouTuber much, much easier because it means that if I'm taking photographs, I can stay in this or in my chair and I can move the desk up and down to allow me to get different kind of viewpoints and all that sort of stuff, which is just fantastic. So I absolutely adore that. We've also got some really cool sound panels, which I'm really excited to get up on the wall. I can already hear a bit of a difference in here and I've not mounted them properly yet, but I've got a couple hanging up there. I've got, or sitting on top of the chest of drawers thing. I've also got a few stacked up here, and obviously there's some behind me as well. Now, all those need to go up on the wall, and I think we're going to get some really strong benefits from those. Now, these are coming from a future sponsor, which is soundspares.com, and you can go ahead and I'll leave a link for them down below, as I will for as much of this stuff as I possibly can. But no, I'm very excited to get those up on the wall. But the camera that I didn't show you is what I'm filming on right now, and that's a Canon 77D with a Sigma 17-70 lens, which I love it. I love it, but I do want a constant aperture lens at some point in time. Having said that, things like the 3D printer are super useful. Things like the coffee machine is absolutely invaluable. And whenever you do anything in filming, it's all about the light. You can make a crap setup look great with some really good lighting. So I'm just an addict for all of this sort of stuff. Couple that with things like the Stream Deck, the Elgato cam link that I use, the Blackmagic Designs pocket recorder, things like that just make my life so much easier, and they're incredible for me in my situation. But like I said, it's stuff that I've grown with over the years. I've accumulated over time. It's not just boosh and it's arrived. So hopefully it shows how the channel's progressed, and the majority of that is down to you guys, and I must thank you massively for all the support that you've given me over the years, both for those of you that watch the channel, those of you that are subscribed, and for those of you that have joined up to the Patreon to allow me to continue to do things and keep trying to push things as much as I can. Now, that being said, I'm sure this has been going on for more than long enough now, so let's get back to doing some actual reviews, shall we? I'm very excited. See you soon, and have it larger!